It's fine, let's go with it.
I can't have you.
I feel like I'm being pushed into a corner.
Is it recording?
No.
Okay. It is, isn't it?
It is a little bit. Let's just start.
Oh, let's just start it, please.
Okay.
Now it's recording. I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah. Okay, what is this interview about? Come on, get into it.
Can I just light my cigarette?
Yeah, go for
please. We can... No. Take two.
Brilliant. Okay. So it.
Good to go.
Okay, what is this interview about?
Sorry, please, let me just compose myself.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
Take three.
What is this interview about, Sarah?
This video is going to be about my experiences with paranoia and how it affects my life. Yeah, paranoia is quite a big thing for me.
Yeah, okay. When did you first start becoming paranoid?
Well, I think, I can't be sure, but I think even as a child I was slightly paranoid, but it, you know, it wasn't until I got to teenage years, started dabbling with drugs, that it really came out and it became apparent, and it was quite an extreme, my paranoia. But I think I was always, as a child, I was very withdrawn and wary and cautious, so I think I was always paranoid, but it came apparent at 14, 15.
Okay. You say it become apparent. I mean, did you recognise it as paranoia or were you diagnosed?
I didn't recognise it, no. I knew there was something not right, but it was actually an alcohol and drug worker, because I got arrested for something or other, and they put me in contact, the police put me in, or the courts put me in contact with a youth offending team, and in the youth offending team I had an alcohol worker and a drug worker, and she picked up on it straight away that I was suffered from paranoia, had to see a psychiatrist, which my parents had to go along with me to the appointment, and we just thought, fuck off, I'm not paranoid, but I was.
Okay.
So yeah, I wasn't diagnosed then, but I was in the mental health services then, yeah.
Okay, so your drug alcohol worker recognised the symptoms?
I was psychotic, yeah.
Right. And how did these symptoms manifest themselves?
What now, or when I was back then?
Either.
Oh, it's difficult, really. Sometimes I think people talk about me and or are looking at me, and if I don't address the problem then, at the early stages then I can go quite deeply into being paranoid, and it can get quite extreme, and it can get quite bizarre and weird what I think that people are doing, or what I perceive people to be doing, when people outside myself will say that it's something different and that I'm paranoid. Yeah. So to start off with, I start to think they're talking about me, or they're looking at me. Yeah. Does that answer it?
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, that's kind of how the symptoms manifest mentally. I mean, does paranoia make you physically unwell?
Anxious, very anxious. I'm very tense, and get headaches and aches and pains physically, and I just want to run away and hide, really. Oh, yeah, okay. I think.
And is this a range of paranoia, or Is it just full blown straight away?
No, it's not full blown straight away, David, as you know. Okay, but the audience don't know.
I know, I'm leading you.
Leading me into a pit of doom.
Like a horse to water.
Sorry, I totally lost it. What did you say?
Okay, a range of paranoia.
Yeah, well, to start off with, like I've already said, it starts off, they're talking about me, or they're looking at me. And that's the mild form. And if I don't address it, like I've said, at that point, then I start going into it quite deeply, and that people are, well, stalking me.
Yeah.
We've had this, haven't we? I've had quite a few stalkers in my time.
To the point where you wanted to call the police.
Luckily, I've got David on hand a lot of the time to help me with my paranoia. So yeah, stalking. I think people are interfering with my thoughts. So like unknown forces, alien forces.
Oh yes, yes.
Keep it stum. Keep it stum. Let me finish.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Just mention the fucking foil hat, for God's sake.
That was when I was manic. Please,
Yeah.
that's when I was manic.
Oh, right,
I wasn't
okay.
paranoid.
Okay.
That wasn't paranoia. But I do think sometimes when I let my mind drift and I don't recognise that I'm paranoid, I can start thinking that like unknown forces or alien forces or even another human being is interfering with my thoughts, either inserting them or taking them out. I also have believed that I was an experiment, and as a child, as a baby, I had a chip put. This is the extreme, okay? I had a chip put into my head, so that the world can monitor my thoughts, and the world monitors my mind. And then even when I feel that extreme, all I want to do is hide, but I can never hide because obviously my thoughts are being broadcast out there. So that is the kind of extreme. I think like witches are doing witchcraft on me, as you know. I phone up David. Luckily, I don't get into this extreme state as often as I used to, because I now, well, you know, I phone you, don't I? I say, David, this is what I'm thinking, and you're like, so that's paranoia. So I try not to allow myself to get that deep into paranoia, because it does become quite weird and it gets very scary.
Yeah, I think you.
People are filming me as well. That's another thing. I'm constantly being
I forgot
filmed.
about that.
Yeah, so this is a bit kind of bizarre. I'm sitting in front of the camera. I'm talking about paranoia, and I'm paranoid that I'm being filmed, which I am being filmed, and the whole world is going to see. But I don't want to get onto that train of thought because it'll just fuck me up.
No, okay, let's go.
Next question.
Well, you covered a bit of it, but do you realise you're paranoid at the time?
No. Simple answer, no. I'm learning to become aware when I start to become paranoid and question what I'm thinking. But it's still, I have to ask people, or I tell people what I'm thinking. And it's generally, like yourself, it's usually you in the middle of the night, David!
It does lead to some quite interesting conversations.
But I need that reassurance from somebody else. I'm still at that point where I need reassurance from somebody else to say, Sarah, that's your paranoid thinking. But I am working on trying to become aware of myself when I start to become paranoid. But I haven't mastered it yet, unfortunately.
No, okay.
And you're still going to get the phone calls. Sorry.
Well, that's okay. That's what friends are for.
God bless you, David.
What are you doing to alleviate the severity of the problem?
Well, like I've just said, ask for reassurance from friends and support workers. But also...
Therapy?
Therapy. I'm doing DBT. I've started DBT now.
Okay, you might want to explain what DBT is.
Dialectical behavioural therapy.
Okay.
And I don't really know much more. No, well, it's focusing on
yeah, that's
being
one for
aware.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, just just fucking type it into Google. I ain't got time for this shit. No, it's basically what I believe that this is what it is becoming aware of your emotions, and I suppose paranoia is an emotion to a certain extent because it's an extreme form of anxiety, but it's also a mental process as well. But they're both linked anyway, mental and emotional.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it's basically picking myself up when I start to feel something, that I'm feeling this emotion, and trying to put skills into place so I don't harm myself, because I do harm myself quite a lot. But I'm hoping that DBT will help me with just being mindful and staying in the present, really, and not letting my mind wander too much. Because when my mind wanders, I get in all sorts of places that I don't want to go. Excuse me.
Let's keep going.
Keep going, yeah, go, fire away.
Okay, therapy's one thing you're doing. What's the other?
I'll pick that up on the camera, you do realise, don't you? You'll hear you saying that.
I'm supposed to be prompting you.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you need to say it loudly, David.
Well, you could have just said medication.
Medication! Oh, fuck's sake.
Keep going.
This is such a great video. I shall watch this in years to come. We'll be sitting here in years to come watching this thinking, we were cool. But anyway, we still are cool. But you're going to be an old man then. Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm trying to get...
Medication.
Medication, yeah. Okay, let's start. I am on medication, and the medication that helps with the whole paranoia is the antipsychotic medication. I'm on stelazine, which is an older antipsychotic medication. It's actually classed as an antipsychotic tranquilizer, which I'm on, and it's one of the old school ones. But I'm on a very low dose now. I have been on higher doses before, which have, got rid of the paranoia, but it's just made me completely blank. Just like, I'm just existing, which I didn't like. So I kind of have to, what I want to deal with the paranoia and try and overcome it myself, because I don't want to be a zombie. I've got too much to give to be a zombie, with my art and everything. If I'm a zombie, I can't do all that, and that's what keeps me going. So the higher doses, I was on Seroquel as well, also known as quetiapine, which is one of the more recent ones. But yeah, just made me completely blank.
So basically, it's a case of trial and error with the medication and doses.
Yeah, I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy on my very small dose of stelazine, because it takes the edge off of the paranoia, but it doesn't numb me down completely. But eventually, I want to be able to deal with paranoia and my emotions without medication. That's ideally what I want, and that's why I'm on DBT, so that hopefully one day I can. But I'm hopeful, big boy. I'm hopeful, I'm hopeful. Which is unlike me, because 2 days ago I wasn't.
Oh,
2 days ago I was in my room like, I'm being invaded by some alien force.
Right, okay.
But I can come out of it quite quickly now.
Yeah. So, where do you want to be in several years' time regarding your paranoia?
Free of it. Well, I'll never be free of it. I know this. Well, I might be. I don't know what the future holds. But I'd like to be able to deal with it and not let it get so extreme that it's, that it really does affect me and it's frightening and all that. I'm a very sensitive person, so if I'm walking down the street and somebody looks at me, I think, they looked at me, and then it starts, and then it starts rolling, and then they're part of the experiment, and they're probably one of the ones that put the chip in my head as a baby, and I start thinking too much. But I hope that I can deal with it in the future. But can I just say one thing?
Yeah, go on.
Please. Hang on. I just want to make something clear. I think, because I get paranoid, and I do get extreme paranoia, I can become psychotic. I think people, and if people are aware of that, and what psychotic means, it can be, psychotic is schizophrenia basically. You know, when I'm in full-blown psychosis, that is what it is. I think people, because the media have said that these people, psychotic people are violent. It's bollocks.
Mm.
And there's a couple of people, I'm not going to mention names here, but I think there are a few people that are a bit wary because I can become so paranoid. But I'd never harm anyone, If I have violent thoughts, yeah, I think we all do, I have violent thoughts, but I'm more likely to harm myself than anyone else, and that's one thing that really. Oh, I don't think it was recording, David. It's not. It wasn't, was it? No.
No.